What is that growling noise? Oh, is that? Y'all hear that shit? Oh, Wither Horde just purring. All right, we're going to start with Stasis. Reduced duration of all non-super freezes versus players to 1.35 seconds. This freeze is so short, you can't even break out of it. So breaking out is now only possible when frozen by a super. Can I break out of that? Can I break out of that?
No.
Do it again.
You cannot break out of that. You cannot break out of it. That's gonna be the standard freeze time from now on.
Last, I'm gonna freeze you.
Snow globe nade.
Oh! But I mean, you can get out in the glacial nade. Look at that. Let's look. Look at you. You can. You adapted. Reduce special weapon, heavy weapon, and light ability bonus damage versus frozen players from 50% to now 5%. All right. 395. Okay. It had to be 300 something, right, chat? I can't recall.
69.
I don't know. Mop will have the damage numbers. Stasis slow no longer reduces weapon accuracy. Okay, Les, hit me with some slow, baby. I want to watch this reticle of mine flare out. Oh my god, look at that reticle. Inaccuracies. You can't hit shit. Now it will no longer reduce weapon accuracy, but it will now have an increased weapon flinch when under fire. Okay, Les, do it now and then shoot me with something, but don't kill me. Like, okay, shoot me again. Okay, very minimum flinch. So now there's gonna be more flinch. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes. Look at the perfect accuracy. Now shoot me, Les. I'm supposed to be taking more flinch. Hit me again with snow globe. Okay, I think I am taking more flinch. What are you using to flinch me?
Sidearm.
Just a sidearm, and it was doing pretty significant flinch. So the flinch seems significant, guys. It does. No longer suppresses class ability air moves. Les, can you go to Dawn Blade? I'm gonna hit you with the slow. And we're gonna showcase how you can't move.
How you doing this?
Look at that. Look at that, chat. Look at that. GG. GG. And then now he'll be able to scoot. Also, it says reduce movement speed penalty while slow by 20%. So let me hit you with the slow, Les, and just move around. You should be moving faster. You should be moving faster next sandbox. Okay? I want you to get ready to pop your super. I'm gonna hit you with the snow globe, and you're gonna try to scoot out of it, okay? Remember, you're supposed to be able to actually move while slowed. Oh, look at the dodge abilities.
All right, let's try actually slowing now. Where I'm slow and I'm walking. Oh, I'm definitely walking faster for sure.
Yeah, so hold on, let me get my thing out. Yeah, I think you were walking faster.
Yeah, definitely moving faster. 100%.
I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be 20% faster, so.
Yeah, definitely moving faster.
Pop your super and then just make sure that you can scoot out of it in your super, so. Okay. Well, yeah, you can bounce out of that, no problem.
Yeah.
So it won't deter your supers. Remember, the super that will still be slowed is Ironing Blink on Stormcaller.
For now.
For now. That'll be fixed in a future patch. All right, well, Whisper of Hedrons, I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna get the freeze off on you just to showcase the sexy damage that it used to do. Rest in peace, Hedrons. So we're doing 21 damage per crit. Get the freeze off. 26 damage per crit. Goodbye. No more shenanigans. Les, I'm gonna get the freeze off on you real quick. We're gonna verify real quick that of course it is not buffing the damage, but same. 21.
What did you do now?
11. 21. Okay. But I do have a stat boost, which is
Resilience ability.
okay, so the stat boost is increasing my weapon stability, weapon aim assist, mobility, resilience, and recovery after freezing. So Les, give me one shot. Give me one shot. Like I'm dead. I'm almost dead. God damn it, Les, don't kill me. All right, give me wait. There we go. Okay.
I'm trying. That's what we're gonna test this is resilience.
Yeah, that's true too. Like what resilience level does it put me at?
From 5 to 6, what can you tank? Or from 4 to 5, what can you tank? Oh, 120. 128 Kayden, right?
Yeah. So we're talking what, one head, 2 body?
1 head, 2 body. At 5 resilience, you can survive. So if you go to 4 resilience and then you freeze me and then I do that, will I be able to 1 head, 2 body you?
Okay, I'm 4 resilience. So
1 head, 2 body you, no problem.
1 head, 2 body?
No problem.
Resist still up? Resist out. Gone.
You can survive. So what can die from 6 resilience but survive at 7?
I don't know. No. Hold on. Let me just lower my resilience. Let me just see if I can survive at 3 resilience. 5 resilience or more. You can survive 1 crit 2 body from a 120. And so we know that it cranks it up at least 10 resilience. Let's try it again. I got resist on. I'm done. Go ahead.
You still survive.
Alrighty then. So we know.
Right, so we know plus 20.
We know plus 20. Let me make sure I don't have anything on boosting my resilience.
Plus 20. So we could assume plus 20 mobility, plus 20 resilience, plus 20 recovery. Correct? That's what we're assuming right now.
I think that's what we're assuming. Yeah. It could be a number like that. Now I'm at 2 resilience now. Let's see if I can survive it. I don't think I am. Done. Go ahead. Oh my dude, I barely have any health left.
It's 20. What are you, 25 right now? It's at least 25 resilience.
At least 25, maybe 30 resilience.
Maybe 30 resilience. I don't think 30 resilience.
Let me. I'm at 23 resilience now. I'm at 23 resilience. Resist is gone.
Yeah, you live.
It's 30. It's 30 resilience less. It's tacking on plus 30. Because if it was 25, I would have died right there.
Here's another question. Does it go over 100?
That was going to be my next question.
That's the next thing. So what do you have with your health? 201 damage, 201 health?
Yeah, you have 201 damage. So you find a weapon. Let me get my resilience up. Chat, now we're going to see if we can exceed the cap.
I'm curious what Chroma Rush would do. 21 per crit, 14 per body.
Is it doing 21 per crit?
Let's divide by
okay, do 10. Do 10 shots.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep.
Yes.
So that's right on the money. That's 201. All right, so I'm gonna freeze you now. If it is going over,
no, 21 times 10 is 210, not 201.
Oh my god. All right, hold on. What's melee? Oh, just melee me. Just melee me.
Pull the 9 times 3, boys. Pull the 9 times 3.
Come double melee me though, Les. Come double melee. If it is 201, I should live, right?
No, you die.
Was it 100 both times?
It was 100 and 101 on the second one.
It was 101?
It was 100 for the first hit and then 101 for the second hit.
All right, hold on. Les, I'm gonna freeze you real quick, and then I want to see if I can survive a double melee.
Got it. No, you just died.
Okay, guys, that confirms, guys. Hedrons does not go past the cap. It does appear to be adding plus 30 to resilience, potentially plus 30 to mobility, and plus 30 to recovery, but it does not go past the cap. All right.
What's next?
Let me just test the stability real quick. Okay.
I don't see any blue holes.
I see them. All right, Les, I'm gonna wait for these to disappear. So chat, that's the recoil right now. If it is a plus 30, it may do something stupid like give us plus 30 stability. All right. It didn't seem like it changed that much. It seemed kind of similar.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it changed.
It may have made it more vertical. I think it made it more vertical. Look at this, guys. We're almost going off. Like, we're almost, like, shooting off here. stability boosters.
It's more vertical.
Only 5 minutes left.
Seems like it's more vertical.
Yeah. Let me come around a corner. All right. Oh, I didn't mean to kill you. I'm gonna see how much of an aim assist bump. How much stickier it gets. Oh my god, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's helping. Let me pull out controller. Let me try this with controller. All right, chat. We're doing it with the controller right now. Again, we're still on Hedrons. This is recoil for Hedron, or with controller and Hedrons, or no Hedrons activated. Fucking bullet holes are bugging out. Okay. This is controller again. Okay, I don't know. Bullet holes aren't showing up. I'm not noticing the stability. Like, I'm assuming it is helping stability. But, so I don't play on controller often with this gun, but, okay. Okay. Unless you might want to put on the health roof. Okay. All right, let me get a freeze off on you. Okay. Stat boost. Yeah, I think the aim assist is definitely, I mean, that seems like it's kicking in, guys. We know it's working.
And it's plus
we know it's increasing your other stats like mobility, resilience, and recovery. Whisper Rhyme Fragments no longer provides an overshield while in a super. Okay, so which one is this fragment again? This is...
Oh, when it gives you an overshield, you run through Stasis Crystal, you get an overshield.
That's pretty busted. It's so busted, I haven't even used it because it was on the second page. Didn't even know it existed.
It's a bunch of trying to hide it from you.
Alright, so I do that.
Break the crystals.
Oh my god!
And now you have an overshield. And that overshield is pretty strong.
Why have I not used this? That's busted. Does my overshield... Surely the overshield does... It stays!
Yeah, it stays doomed, so it's gone until it's just a shot. Aspect.
So before I even engage with you, I just go, oh no, let me just... Shabam! It's not that much. It's not that much of an overshield. Oh, but all these stasis crystals right there I can pick up. Dude. Yeah. Dude, this is going to be my new fragment. Goodbye, Hedrons. I'm going to start using Rhyme. I don't care if it's getting a nerf. All right, no OVs. No OVs in your super. Cold Snap Grenade. Seeker no longer tracks targets after initial target acquisition. Okay, so this one's going to be kind of weird. Increase arming duration before Seeker spawns from 0.3 seconds to 0.8 seconds. Reduce detonation radius versus players from 3 meters to 1.5 meters. Now bounces off of walls and detonates on the ground. Because currently you could just... Oh, that's the wrong grenade. Look at that. Yeah. Let's stand right there.
The nades won't go on the walls anymore, by the way.
I know. I just want to showcase.
Oh, you want to showcase
how stupid it was. All right. Seeker no longer tracks target after initial target acquisition. Let's run toward it. Okay, so you see how Les was outside of its range? But, so what happens is now, when I throw this grenade, it shouldn't track toward him. And it has to be within his initial radius, which will be 1.5 meters instead of 3 meters. Increase arming duration before Seeker spawns. Dude, that's a big one, man. 0.3 to now 0.8 seconds. It's gonna just sit there for a second. Oh, strafe. It shouldn't turn with the nerf. Les, I'm gonna throw this grenade at you. I want you to strafe to the right really hard, okay? Ah, that's what y'all meant. Okay. Chad, I'm so glad we got you guys here. We got smart people in here. Thank you so much. All right. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
It broke line of sight, actually.
All right. Let me do it again. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that would have got you. That would have got you every time before. They also increased the arming duration before the Seeker spawns to 0.3 to 0.8.
It takes a long ass time.
So notice it's taking a second. It's taking a second, chat, before it shoots out. Reduce detonation radius from 3 meters to 1.5 meters. So I say that's probably 3 meters. Yeah. Now bounces off walls and detonates on the ground. So I'm gonna throw it at the wall. Remember,
10 seconds. Bring it home,
in some ways that can kind of help you in certain situations. Like if you're trying to bounce a grenade up into a room, you could just throw it at the wall and it bounces up in there.
Sound tactics bring victory.
Okay.
All right.
We are done with the general changes. The general things we were looking at. Let us move on. Titan Behemoth. Shiver Strike. The melee. Reduce flight speed and distance. Reduce knockback versus players. Remove slow detonation on player impact. All right, Les, you ready?
Tell them to line up faster.
Okay. That's
And you
supposed
know what's crazy? The only way to counter that now is you gotta melee right as he does that.
right as he does it, yeah. So
Because you cannot Icarus dash forward out of it.
supposedly that's gonna stop, right? Right?
Yeah, supposedly there's no knockback and there's no slowing, which I'm slowed.
You're slowed. Remove,
I was slowed.
but they're completely removing the slow detonation on player impact, so you won't even be slowed. Can I see how far I can eat you? I'm curious. How far can I eat you? Where are you going?
Cross, you are underestimating how far you can go with that.
No. How far I can yeet your body?
Oh, how far you can eat my body? Oh, pretty far.
I'd say pretty far.
Especially if I'm getting momentum, so like go at me.
Damn. All right. Well, that should be dealt with. Oh yeah. Flight speed and distance. All right. Let me just see how far I can go. Top of the stairs. Yeah. Right here. Here. We'll start from right
I'll
here.
go dart to you and you just run at me.
I'll just start from right. Yeah. 18 meters. So it's 18 meters a second ago.
Dude, you're so slow.
All right, so it's a 2 meter reduction, but the flight speed, man,
Dude,
is
you're so slow actually though.
that is noticeably less.
Oh my god, that is
Okay, I made it to 17 meters that time.
I'm gonna try to run with you.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Dude, you almost outran me, Les. Are you rocking?
I almost outrun
You're
you.
rocking transversal, but you almost outran me. Wow. So about a meter difference, maybe a meter and a half difference. So the distance is not necessarily changed all that much.
If you could just get out of the 18 meters. Before it was just so instant you couldn't get out. Now if you come at me, like if you were to come at me from there.
Now
right?
I'm gonna hit you. Well, now I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna see how the knockback is.
Flying slow.
And you don't even get slowed. You could shoot me the whole way back, and with you not getting and with no weapon inaccuracy, you can literally just sit there and shoot me. And so remove slow detonation, reduce knockback versus players.
But I mean, here's the thing. Okay, do it again. I'm gonna go with momentum. So like, if I see someone running at me like that, the first thing I'm gonna do is jump up and fly back, right? So you do it.
Oh,
don't get too close. Right? Go. If I do that, I'm still gonna get flown back and die to the archetype. Now the only counter to do is either you Icarus dash, or you just melee the person.
Or you still melee, but it's dodgeable to some extent. Yeah. Like, let's come over here. I yeeted you like across the map earlier, so let me just.
Like, it's not as bad as it was before.
Nowhere near. I shot you off the map earlier, and that there now you're just going right there to that first dune. Okay. Cryoclasm now requires the Titan to sprint for 1.25 seconds before activation when not in super. Oh, but in super you could still back-to-back do it, but there's no longer a cooldown. Definitely still a nerf. But this is cryoclasm right now, guys. You could well, you gotta wait for the cooldown, but you could scoot. Now it's gonna be like Antaeus. You're gonna have to build it up, and I'm assuming there's gonna be a counter there at the bottom. Personally, will this make a big difference? I don't know. Will it make it? I think a shotgun rusher. This is what a shotgun rusher does. Just this right here, except they're holding a shotgun. But this is all they do. W key. So of course they're gonna have cryoclasm built up. I don't know how much of a difference. And on top of that, in your super, do we even get a cooldown in our super? No, we don't. Okay, so this is going to remain unchanged.
Pretty much the same, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be, this should be still the same in the super. All right. This is Cryo Slide, guys. Cryoclasm. Cryoclasm. Okay, so notice when you get the shoulder charge animation, it's working. Honestly,
not that bad.
It's not that bad.
You just can't go back-to-back slide, you know? You just can't go bang, bang, you know?
I actually think this is almost a buff.
No, it's not a buff.
It's a buff because there's no cooldown.
Yeah, but Cross, the strongest thing about Cryoclasm was that you could do slide, and you were so fucking far.
Yeah, but most apes with a shotgun, they're just gonna slide. They're gonna slide more. But this is a good balancing act. Okay, you can't you can't have flat-footed increased slide distance, because what would happen was you would have some dude right here inside with a shotgun not moving. Now he actually has to move a little bit, you know, to actually get the increase in slide. Howl of the Storm. Reduce angle of initial freezing damage cone. Reduce crystal creating freezing radius. Slow down sequence of crystal formations to allow victims more opportunity to escape. Now spawns a small crystal on walls if performed into walls. Les, let me just, I'm gonna come around and I'm just gonna flick on you. Oh wow. Okay. Well, let me see what the distance is. Okay. All right. Let's I'm gonna do it next to you. I'm gonna see if it's gonna get you next. Did some damage to you. All right, hold on, let me. Oh my god. I mean, look at that. You're not even, I mean, you're nowhere near it. And it still froze you. That's kind of amazing. I don't mean to, oh shit. Well, that's unfortunate. Tell Les to just adapt. Les, let me see how far away you can get. Just stand right there, yeah. Oh my god. Why have I not used this more? I get so many ones we could win. Slow down the sequence of crystal formation, allow victims more opportunity to escape. So it won't be immediate, or it shouldn't be immediate. Wow. And now we'll spawn small crystals on walls if performed in walls. So the wall won't just eat it. Les, I'm gonna have you just stand right there. I'm gonna come at you now.
That would have frozen before.
That would have so frozen you. That would have so frozen you last time.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And does it seem like it's going up slower?
I don't know, again, do it again at me. Let me actually look at you for the animation.
Okay. It seems like
not really. Not really.
It's a fraction of a second slower, but it does seem slower. Like the build up, you see the visible build up.
The thing that annoyed me most is that if you were to run at me, like run straight at me right now, right, and then just try to slide and like right in front of me, like it would still freeze me even though I'm nowhere near the crystals. You get me?
But look how fast you just got out of that freeze, though, Les.
Yeah, I got out of it.
Like you got out of it so fast. And it has to be pretty much like right there, cut you on the edge. But
yeah, Kevin, you're actually right. The last crystal does seem slower when it comes up.
Yeah, I think that last wall structure there is slower. Yeah. But let me try to see if I can even freeze next to you. Okay, so the ice has to be, it seems like right physically touching. Whereas before, you didn't have to have that. See, like before that would have froze you. You would have been frozen. Okay. All right. Now let me see how it looks going into a wall.
Just one crystal.
Really? It now spawns a small crystal on walls and performed in walls. Well, that's kind of what it was doing before, right?
No, it would do. There it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay, that's what it was doing before. But now it literally puts it on the wall. Ah. Okay. All right.
I'm curious if you could boop somebody with that crystal forming like that, or will it just freeze me?
I think it'll just freeze you.
It'll just freeze me, right? That'd be pretty funny. Like if it boosts me and I go flying to the wall and I die.
Yeah, I think it'll just freeze you. Like, hold on.
It'll just freeze me, yeah. Yeah, it'll just freeze.
Yeah, it'll just freeze you up against the wall.
Right out.
Okay. Glacial Quake. We're reducing heavy slam vertical freeze range versus players. We're also reducing damage resistance to 47%. Les, you got DMT on you with Vorpal. Tell me how much you're doing per crit.
65 per crit, 39 per body.
65 per crit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And 39 per body. And it's going to be dropping to 47%. Okay. Shoot me one more time in the head.
65.
Okay. Easy 3-tap, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's also with Vorpal. Do you think a regular DMT will be able to easily 3-tap a Behemoth?
Probably not, no.
Pull one out. Pull one out. Do you have a regular DMT or do you only have the Vorpal one?
I just missed a crit. Hold up.
I'm gonna get my health back. How much are you doing per crit?
43, I think it was. 41, 44, 44, 46, 47.
Okay.
5 shots.
Takes 5 crits. 5 crits. Without Vorpal. So the heavy slam vertical freeze is getting a nerf. Les, can you kind of like jump up in the air? Okay. Well, jump up a little more. Oh. Okay. A little more. Oh. Wow, Max. I didn't realize it had that much clearance. Oh my lord. I mean, that was nowhere near you. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, that should be dealt with too. It was freezing you earlier. Jump up in there. Oh my lord. Wow. There it goes. So yeah.
How many crystals does this spawn? How slow is it? So like if I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, I left those in there.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. But look, you're getting out of the freeze.
I just broke out. Oh, because it's a super freeze.
It's a super freeze. It's super freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how long is it? The freeze the freeze duration's still the same, right?
So it's 4 seconds for supers. So
okay. So the freeze duration on super's still good. Jump up a little higher, guys. Yeah, I mean y'all can just straight up just dodge. Y'all can straight up dodge. I got Kev there in the back. I mean you have to time it. Do it again. Okay, I'm getting Kev. But like hoppity hunters will be able to get out of that.
Yeah, 100% easily.
Les, what did we conclude? DMT earlier was doing how much per crit?
65
with Vorpal. 65 with Vorpal.
And it was 41 without it.
All right, Les. How much damage are you doing per crit now?
71.
Woo! That is a lot of damage. So
what about regular DMT now? Regular
DMT could 5-tap me, right? 2, 3, 4. Still 5.
I missed a crit.
Oh, you missed a crit? Okay.
2, I think.
Let me get ready to pop my super again. Hold on.
Still 5-tap, but
still a 5-tap.
It's 4 head, 1 body. 4 head, 1 body.
Yeah, okay. Whereas before it was 5. It was 5 crits. You had to get 5 crits. Yes. All right. Either way it goes. I mean, 47% is the damage resist now. I think that's on par with Chaos Reach. Is that right?
Nope.
I think Chaos Reach is 47%. Behemoths are going to be much easier to shut down.
Yes.
And
it won't be like a round defining super anymore.
You have Fell Winter right now with Vorpal?
Okay. We'll just kill you. No.
How much damage?
15 per pellet, maybe a little bit of 14s in there.
Try to hit a crit on me. Try to group them.
I can't because it's full choke.
It'll group the pellets together.
132 and like 3 14s.
Okay. All right. Regardless, guys, Behemoth should be much easier to take down. Moving on to Hunter, Revenant, Withering Blade. Reduce slow duration versus players from 2.5 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Reduce Whisper of Hedrons slow duration extension versus players from 2 seconds to 0.5 seconds. Reduce damage versus players from 65 to 45 after 1 bounce. Reduce further to 30. Reduce projectile speed by 10%. Reduce tracking after bouncing off of a wall. Wow. Wow. All right, so let me put on me put on, I'm gonna take that off. Put on, I got Whisper of Hedrons on. How much does one stack apply to you? Oh, well.
40.
Oh, shit. Hold on. Where's this at? 40?
Yep.
And it lasts for 2.5 seconds. Now it's only going to last 1.5 seconds, or should. And wait, reduced Whisper of Hedrons slow duration extension versus players from 2 seconds to 0.5 seconds. So it should be lasting 4 seconds, 4.5 seconds on you less. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. Okay, almost 5 seconds.
It says 4 seconds there.
So it's actually going to be 2 seconds with Hedrons. Now, the damage is going to be reduced from 65 to 45. I know the number rounded there was 66. And after a bounce, it should be reduced to 30. Let's. Wow, that's cool. That's kind of cool. At the same time, kind of enraging. Oh, it missed! What are the chances? Oh, I got it there. Look at that. What's that game? Air hockey? I feel like I'm playing air hockey with this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Reduce projectile speed by 10%. All right, hold on. Just stand right there. I'm just going to get a... All right. I don't know what 10% less is going to look like, but... Okay.
I dodge it, and it just bounces back at me.
Let me see how ridiculous this tracking is. Hold on. Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, that was kind of set up pretty nicely. Oh. All right. Well, that's going to be dealt with. Winter Shroud. Reduce slow duration versus players from 2.5 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Reduce Whisper of Hedrons slow duration extension versus players from 2 seconds to 0.5 seconds. So we already established Whisper of Hedrons. Okay, so let me go dodge next to you. I've got Hedrons on.
Hedrons.
Hedrons! Tell me what you got.
3, 2, 1. 4 seconds.
All right. All right, so it was 5 seconds. Yeah.
Hedrons.
Durant kicks that up. Durant kicks that up to like almost 5 seconds, chat. Reduce tracking. Look at that. 45 damage. By the way, do you notice that the bounce damage to Kev dropped to 30?
Yes, it does that.
All right.
Which is good. So if you bounce it off a wall and it hits me, it's only do 30 damage.
Yeah. And let me just get an account here. I am rocking I am rocking the Durant mod, and notice, guys, he's slowed, but look how quickly he gets out of that. Look how quickly. So 1.5 seconds, so 2 seconds in total. 1,000, 2 1,000, done. Like the man was never even slowed. Like it never even touched him. I do want to check the projectile speed. So it's a 10% reduction in projectile speed. It is slowed.
That is slower.
It is slower. And now the tracking also got reduced, right? So.
Yeah. Okay. Do it again. I went right past me. Yeah, that tracking is actually dog shit now.
Wow.
That tracking is horrible. That is so easy to evade now. Like you could just, like it comes by you and you're always afraid it's gonna come from behind you, but it just doesn't go behind you anymore. So like, do the thing over here, Cross, where it bounces off this wall, and it just bounces back at me when I dodge it.
Well, you just straight up dodged that one.
Yeah, no, you dodge it, but before it used to come back and hit me.
Right, it used to come back and hit you.
Yeah, but now it's just you throw it.
All right, let's kind of step away real quick. Oh my God, it doesn't even come back and hit you.
It doesn't even come back to me.
It doesn't even come back.
It's like it loses its target acquisition after it's initially trying to go to you. When I dodged it in the first turn, it just
big nerf. This is a big nerf.
It's a huge nerf, huge nerf.
I have to. It is tracking still, but I have to. You have to throw it in the general direction.
Yeah, you gotta like actually like
you. See, look, like Les is like he's dodging them.
Fucking Neo out this bitch right now. That's what I am.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Okay, Winter Shroud. Winter Shroud. Let us put it on. Again, this is supposed. I'm pairing this with Durant's. It's supposed to be only 2 seconds that you get slowed. Let's just verify, make sure. 1,000, 2,000. Okay, yeah. All right, it's working. So yeah, also nerfed, guys. Touch of Winter. Cold Snap Seeker no longer has increased movement speed or travel distance. Cold Snap Secret now spawns a small stasis crystal on detonation. Ooh. All right, so this is this one right here. All right, so let me just, it's gonna spawn, not now, but it will spawn a small stasis crystal. I'm throwing this thing. Do you see how fast that thing moves? It's like it hits. Yeah! It goes like double the distance.
Throw it right at your legs. See if it reaches from there.
I'll try. How come I find the broken shit like 2 weeks too late? That is nuts. How many meters am I less?
You're at 16 meters right now.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my lord. What am I?
8 meters.
Surely not. Oh, I was about to say.
17.
I got so scared. My 17?
17 meters right there.
All right, 17 meters. Next sandbox chat, it shouldn't be doing that. But it will spawn a small stasis crystal on detonation, which you can take advantage of all the things that, you know, benefit from small stasis crystals.
We are at 17 exactly.
All right, so earlier, guys, I was literally throwing this at my feet and was tracking. Oh yeah, Kev, yeah. Back up, Kev. Back away, Kev, more. Back away, Kev, more. Okay.
There you go.
Let's try this one time. It stops.
Oh,
it actually.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the crystal now, and then it's 10 meters.
So 10 meters now.
But now it does like a little stasis crystal on the ground. Look at that.
It does. It does do that, but so yeah, it leaves the stasis crystal. So you can come in and I can come in and shatter it, but yes. let me pull this up. So I can still shatter it, but man, Cold Snap, it's moving so much slower.
It is moving slower. It
is moving so much slower, especially with Touch of Winter, because with Touch of Winter, it was just scooting. But I guess you can do that, and then so you can still get the kill off.
Yeah. But it's a lot easier to dodge. Like, it's not just like a thing where it's like, oh my god, fuck, I can't.
You have to be quick, man. I'm like, you have to like really be moving to really capitalize on that. Winter's Wrath, freezing projectile tracking strain now ramps down to 0 after 2 seconds of flight. Hold on. Let's count. Winter's Wrath super. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3. Okay. So in that situation, I won't be able to get the freeze off. 1,000, 2, 1,000. Okay.
That's pretty slow. I mean, that does look slower. It does look like it's slower.
Well, it's supposed to just, the tracking less is supposed to go down. So the track, it shouldn't. Is it slower?
It's supposed to be slower as well. Like that. Like it's supposed to be.
What I'm reading right here, it just says freezing projectile tracking strength now ramps down to 0 after 2 seconds of flight. So 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000.
Oh, that's tracking.
You see where I'm coming from? So 1,000, 2, 1,000.
So easy to dodge now. Before that would have killed me.
That would have gotten you. 1,000, 2, 1,000. Okay, that got you. That got you. It was right there. So the tracking's still good, but you can't freeze someone on the other side of the map. But here's the thing, man. Like, how often
are you gonna be throwing that shit across the map?
How often? I mean, I guess you can be throwing that shit across the map, but yeah, I'm up close, man. Like, this is where I like to be with. You know, I think this is still a great super. I would actually say Shadebinder is still the best stasis super. Now, the Penumbral Blast is the melee. Reduce tracking, proximity, detonation size, and tracking versus players. Let's come stand right here. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me do right here. Oh, okay. Okay, which is about 3 to 2.7 meters. The only other thing that's kind of in the air is the reduce the tracking, proximity, detonation size. Okay, so Penumbral Blast. I haven't even tried. Let me What? That melee was nowhere near on you. I mean, just... Okay, so it tracks. It tracks. See how it kind of bends? How far does this melee go? Can it just go forever? No, it can't. Okay, so there is a range to it. Okay, so reduce tracking, proximity detonation. So let's try to dodge me as hard as you can, and I'm just gonna like try to hit you with the melee. Oh! What? Without Icarus. Oh my god. Look at this man go. We're going at it. We're going at it. We're going at it. I'm starting to lose. I'm starting to lose. Oh! All right, and then throw it in. Okay, just honestly, just hit the ground. Like, get the ground. Yeah, hit the floor. All right, start shooting. Oh my god, yeah, just go for the ground every time. All right. And I was freezing you when I would actually throw this right here. Oh. Yeah, no, everybody's gonna be rocking 10 intellect. Oh, Les, you remember that was freezing you before?
Yeah.
Let me get a little closer. Ah. Les, we're starting to approach territory where the game wants me to put my reticle over you.
There we go.
Okay. I have to aim it. It requires accuracy. We actually have to be aiming at our opponents. Kind of.
Kind of.
You can still hit the ground. Now the tracking, it's kind of hard to say what the tracking does. Like, I think the tracking's still fairly good.
More of the exploding, like, of the side. Like, if you like just aim it a little bit to the left, to the right, it should not freeze. It should just go right past me. I think it's what the Phenomenal Blast was.
Again, you still want to go for the ground. Like, you still want to. It's still a good melee.
But the thing is, you do it again, right?
Let me get it back.
Ground.
Yeah, I got it back.
Go shoot it. You know.
Yeah, that doesn't just freeze you. That doesn't just freeze you.
Before it would freeze me.
Right. Because of the blast radius.
Pretty easy, just jump. And now that you know, all those players like to be in the air, hunters and shit. Hunters are gonna have the easiest time with dodging stasis stuff now.
Yep. All right. So the ice for a bolt thing. Stand right there, Kev. I'm gonna freeze. The only thing that's being changed there is the Seeker will now only chain once when spawned from a player's shatter. So technically speaking, I mean, you're still going to get the double, but see, you won't be able to get the double. I go in for the melee. I go in for the freeze. You see how it just keeps chaining and chaining? Now it should only be once. Let's do it again. Got that. I got Kev. It seemed like
bolts. No. You're using cold snap, are you?
Yeah, ice flare bolts.
Go with snow globe and then kill me when I'm frozen in snow globe, and then see if the ice flare bolts tracks. Because cold snap, that's just naturally what cold snap does.
Oh man, that was bad. Then that was a bad test earlier. Then, because.
So you kill me. I thought that's what you were doing before, and I didn't realize.
No. So I was testing with cold snap earlier.
Now you kill me.
So then
it goes to him, and then you kill him, and then see if it goes somewhere else.
And it no longer keeps tracking. Okay. Well, yeah, that was a bad test. Chat, we did with cold snap earlier, but cold snap inherently already tracks after getting a kill. So that was bad on our part, or bad on my part. Okay. What are you guys saying? Y'all saying test the rift freeze? I've got Durance on, and let me. It should technically only be 2 seconds.
1.3, yeah.
1,002.
I break out.
That was 1.35.
Yeah.
That was so chat again. Like I said a second ago, the general stasis changes. Reduced duration of all non-super freezes versus players to 1.35 seconds. That's everything. So it's a ripple effect. Stasis overall has been nerfed.
Slap that like button like your mama told you right.